Hey there, y'all. Just a quick introduction on this channel where I will be sewing and telling cult stories. Today I'm going to take you along with me making this top as I tell you what it's really like going door to door as a teenager, being a Jehovah's Witness. Come along. I was never good at knocking on people's doors. It was not something I wanted to do as a teenager or as a child, but it was something I felt compelled to do because I was told it was the right thing to do, that if you love Jehovah, that this was something you wanted to do because you want to let other people know that they have an opportunity to live forever. It was always about that promise of living forever and getting to see dead loved ones, and don't you want your friends to live beyond Armageddon into the paradise earth? So I felt this compulsion to knock on people's doors, but I was really bad at it. I didn't place many magazines. I probably could count on my hands. You know what? Here, let me tell you, I probably placed 12 magazines the entirety of my life. Never a book, maybe a tract or two, but I never was able to convince people to hear my message. I think it was probably written all over my face and my poor attempt at witnessing, which would usually go something here. Let me give you a bit of a script of what it would sound like when I would go to people's doors. Hi there, my name is Rion, and I am going door to door in your neighborhood and telling people about an opportunity to live forever. Doesn't that sound nice? Okay, maybe it was a bit better than that, but that's the long and short of it, and pretty easy to see through it. And I did my best to kind of prep. I would prep a monologue. I'd write something down. I'd try to change it up. I'd say, "Oh, I noticed your beautiful flowers on the way up. You must really love gardening." Or wouldn't it be nice if all the world looked like what your garden looks like? Really, ugh, salesman-y things. I hate to say it, but I probably sounded like a salesperson, a child salesperson trying to sell an adult something that I really couldn't explain myself. And generally, people were kind and would just say, "No, thank you. I'm not interested." I had the doors slammed in my face, or people would just holler through the door like, "Go away. I'm not interested." I've had men come to the door in their underwear. I mean, I've seen it all when it comes to people's homes, because you're kind of invading their privacy by just knocking on their door, telling them that you know something more than they do, right? Because that's what you're doing. You're going to the door to say, "Hey, I'm smarter than you. I have a secret that you don't know, and my secret is way better than what you've got going on." Okay, maybe not exactly that, but that's really what when you break down all the layers, that's what you're saying. And I, I'm pretty sure that it was obvious I was faking it, that I wasn't happy to be there to share this good news. I would obviously, as a child and teenager, rather be outside. I'd rather be with my friends. At any chance to miss or skip service, I would. There was not many opportunities. My parents were very regular about that. So there wasn't many times where that happened, but when it did, like if my mom or dad felt sick and they were just like, "Oh, we can't go, we're not going to go," I was on that. I don't want to go out in service ever, but if I don't go out in service, I'm a bad person. Because that's really what they try to tell you is that if you're not moved to want to do the things that Jehovah wants you to do, which is knock on people's doors, if you're not moved to do that, then you must not really have God's Spirit in your heart. Like, what's wrong with you? You need to pray more to be connected to God. You need to stop being so selfish. Anyhow, so going out in service was such a party pooper. And there'd be times where I'd go to a friend's house when I'd be allowed to go to my friend's house. Of course, they were Jehovah's Witnesses. But if I'd be able to go on a Friday night, of course, it was more than likely we were waking up on Saturday and going out in field service. And then, if I'm going home Saturday afternoon, I'm only getting a couple hours with my friend. What kind of... And if you would skip, you would just be seen as just disrespectful. It's so wild that they can say that kids want to go door to door. Now, kids want to make their parents happy, and if this is the only way that you're able to make your parents happy is to place magazines, then that's how you're going to get their approval. It's under duress. It's extortion. It's not real love. It's love based on these very particular rules. And these are rules that the governing body sets. It's not even parenting 101. What parent I have to take my kid to knock on the door? No, nobody else thinks this way but Jehovah's Witnesses and other cults like the Mormons and whatever, Latter-day Saints. But that doesn't come from anywhere but these old dudes at the top of the organization who are forcing kids, forcing parents to spend their time, their money on free labor for the organization, because ultimately, who does it benefit? Doesn't benefit me. Didn't benefit my parents. Didn't make them wealthy. They've got issues galore. I've had issues galore. It didn't do anything but waste my time and give them money in their bank. And that's what it's about. Not having spare time to really sit on your laurels and think things through. They always keep you busy, always keep you needing to do more, always feel like it's not enough. Gotta knock on more doors. That's how God's gonna approve of me. He's gonna see that I love him if I'm spending all my spare time. I don't have hobbies. I don't go out with my friends. I prepare my book study. I prepare a witness by going out in service more, by praying more. God is definitely going to love me. And they've tricked people into believing that. And sadly, I used to believe it. But not anymore. No free labor for me. And we need to help parents see that they need to stop giving their children's free labor to this organization. And that's my rant for today. I am almost finished this top. I just need your help with deciding if I should add a flounce to the bottom like the picture shows, and if I should do some fun straps. Let me know what you think I should do in the comments. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for listening and watching. Bye, y'all.